What is your background, heritage, nationality? I think I'm like Irish and a little bit maybe German and Austrian and like Scottish. I'm like European. Let's say that. And will you show us a picture of your sister? I will. I'll insert one right here. What does makeup mean to you? Makeup for me is sort of my way of being artistic because I do love art and I just love the transformation that you can do with makeup. I love it. I love being able to experiment with different looks. I love that it's something tangible that you can collect and, like buy more of. I like that. Um, and it makes people feel beautiful, and I love making people look their best and making myself look my best. I love it. It's great. Lip gloss or lipstick? Lipstick, because I hate how lip gloss just rubs off so quickly. Eyeliner or mascara? Um, Mascara, but I do love my eyeliner. Do you think you will continue to do these videos for a long time? I will do these videos for at least the next year. I mean, even if I take long breaks because I'm busy with work, I know that I will most likely always come back. Like, there's not really a reason for me to not make these videos. What made you want to do makeup when you were little? I just love makeup. I just love anything that helps being pretty. Do you recommend any fun workouts? I recommend classes. I really love workout classes. At my gym, they're called muscle classes. At other gyms, they're called like body pump. Um, Anything like that. I think Zumba looks like a lot of fun, like dance classes. Anything that just gets you up and moving is fun. I also really recommend tennis. I think that's a good workout, and I think it's fun and social. So just anything to get you moving. Um, but definitely a class because it's like once you get there, you have to participate. You can't just say, no, I'll leave, I'll work out tomorrow. So just try to sign up for a class and just go and see what happens. How many calories do you eat every day? I don't really count calories. I honestly have no idea. But I try to eat 6 times a day and I just try to eat healthy. Cleanse it. I have done a detox before. It was more for with my pageant, so I guess I'll talk about it when I do the pageant video. But it wasn't too strict. I didn't lose too much weight the first time, but the second time I did. But the second time wasn't really a detox or a cleanse, it was a depletion diet. So it's really when you're losing all of your body fat. My skincare routine and favorite skincare products, they haven't changed since the last video. I am somebody who really thinks that once you find something that works, why change it? I know it's so tempting to want to go into the drugstore or Sephora and try these new skincare products, but switching it up all the time is just going to make your skin react and break out. So I don't switch it up. I do the same thing every single day, and I do it every single day. Like, no matter what, no matter how tired I am, I always wash my face before I go to bed. So yeah, my favorite skincare products are Plexion prescription cleanser, Axone prescription topical ointment, and I love the Chanel moisturizer, but I only have a sample of it. So other than that, I use CeraVe cream from the drugstore. Any good products for hyperpigmentation that are over the counter? I honestly don't know. Like, I don't believe that anything really makes hyperpigmentation go away besides time and sunscreen. I used this really nice SkinCeuticals product. I bought it at a spa and it was like $100, and I used it religiously and it didn't do anything. So, and that's a really good skin brand. So I sort of don't know that anything helps hyperpigmentation. Where do I live? I live in the Northeast and in a suburb with my parents. What was the reality show you were almost on? The Bachelor, season 15 with Jake. What do you do for work and do you enjoy it? I work for a sports brand doing sports marketing and I do enjoy it. How long is your lunch break and how is it that you squeeze in workouts? My company is not based in the state that I work from. I sort of work from home, but I have an office in with a different company that is owned by my company. So I'm sort of on my own and kind of do my own schedule. So I don't have like a set lunch break. Nobody's standing over me watching at my every move. But I try to keep it to like an hour and a half. But with workouts, sometimes it's 2 hours. Does or did you or anyone you know have or had an eating disorder? No, I have not had an eating disorder, but I know people who have for sure. And I think that the term eating disorder is too loosely thrown around. Some people can have, struggles with eating or really be stuck on a diet for a long time or just overly concerned for a period of time. But that doesn't mean that you have an eating disorder. An eating disorder builds up over years and years and has so much to do with how you feel inside of you that's always been there. And I feel that a lot of people just say, oh, she's an eating disorder, but like it's not something to joke about or really throw around because it's really serious and really sad. And, I would always want to try to help somebody with one. How do I stay so thin? I work out all of the time. Not all of the time, but I do work out. I work really hard to stay thin. I think it's a little bit like in my makeup, but I can gain weight for sure. I can gain weight so easily, but I can lose weight pretty easily as well. But I definitely say that I work for it. I'm not somebody who can just eat all day and won't see, any fat on me. I work really hard. What do I wear to work out? I like wearing like tight pants, like from Lululemon or Reebok has some really good workout tight crop pants. I like those. I can't find really any good shorts to wear lately because they always like ride up. So I like that, and just a t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt. So, where did you go to college and what did you study? I went to the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, and I studied communications, and I played Division I soccer. Can you please do more healthy recipe videos? Yes, I can. Are you in a sorority and do you have a boyfriend? I'm not in a sorority, and I wasn't. I was on a soccer team, so that was a sorority enough, and that was basically like a job. So we didn't have any time. I wanted to be. My sister and my mom were both tridelts at their colleges, so I really wanted to be in a sorority. But I had the pleasure of living with 2 sorority girls my 5th year, because I did 5 years because of the soccer. But I loved those girls, and they were my sorority. And I don't have a boyfriend. Do I do body pump? No. I think my sister does. I'm not sure what the class is called that she does, but she does something like that. But I would love to do it. How many hours do you work out in a week? So 2. Probably like anywhere from 12 to 15. It just depends. And I say motivated because it's just kind of part of me. It's hard for me to think of somebody who doesn't work out every day. It's just part of my regimen. Like, I always have to fit it in, and I don't know, it's just not even something I have to think about. It just happens. I just do it. I do have days where I don't feel like working out, and I just want to stay home or whatever. But I would say that 8 times out of 10, maybe even 9 times out of 10, I just push myself to go work out because I know it's like you say in your comment that you'll feel better afterwards, but you just still don't want to do it. I definitely have those days. I always, or not always, but I'll have those days where I drive to the gym and I just like cannot get out of my car. Like I can't do it. Or I'll go in and I'll start walking on the treadmill and I'll just know that I just can't do this today. And that's okay. Like it's okay to give yourself a break because you don't want your workouts to just be something you dread. So I don't have those days very often, but when I do have them, I will listen to myself and my body and I'll just take a day off. How do I push myself? I just tell myself that like I will like a lot of my thing is that when I'm in the gym, I'll ask myself, how will you feel at home knowing that you didn't work out today? Like, will you be able to live with that? That's what I usually ask myself. And I mean, no, I can't live with it because I work so hard to stay looking fit. So I mean, it's not something that I take lightly. So that's how I stay motivated. What's the picture on your Twitter? I did a pageant and that was me introducing myself to the audience. So yeah, you should follow me on Twitter if you don't. It's GoGlam16 and I'll link it below as well. Rosacea. Do you have any good over-the-counter products that's good for it? I get a lot of questions about rosacea, so I should make a video. But I don't know necessarily like over-the-counter products, but I will say that Neutrogena cream cleanser is really good, and CeraVe moisturizer, that's what I use. It's a cream, and you can get those at the drugstore. But other than that, I think rosacea is really about knowing your triggers, because rosacea is very much about what's going on in the environment. For example, certain fragrances that break you out, heat and cold exposure, like if you're in terrible wind and it's really cold, that'll often make you break out, or near a fire. Canned fish makes you break out. So you just have to work on avoiding whatever it is that your triggers are. And so you have to identify it, You have to try to make a conscious decision to write down whenever you're feeling flushed or like you might start breaking out. I think repetition is really important for people with rosacea. You don't want to change up your skincare routine too often because that'll interrupt the skin. There are vitamins you can take to help it, like L-lysine and zinc. They kind of calm it from inside, and also drinking water is really important. Investigate everything when you can't find what a trigger is. It could be your shampoo, it could be your water. Like I wash my face with bottled water because the water in my house is called hard water and that breaks my face out. So yeah, I mean it's an expensive thing to have to do, but I do that. So I would just be really, attentive to your diet and to your regimen, and, working out, but don't work out with like a wind jacket on because that will break you out. If you if you Google rosacea, there are rosacea support groups online, so they give you a lot of good tips. What's your favorite cocktail? Well, for those of you who are over 21, I like vodka sodas with a lime. And those drinks are also known as skinny bitches. They're called the skinny bitch drink. And I always used to get confused because vodka soda and vodka tonic are like nearly identical, but tonic water has a ton of sugar and carbs and is so bad for you and dehydrates you. So I always remember that I want a vodka soda because tonic is toxic. So just remember that. Who's your celebrity crush? I really like I think Zac Efron's really hot. And the other one who kind of looks like him, Chase Crawford, he's hot. I like a lot of people. Tom Brady, he's always a good one. I don't really know. What's your favorite perfume? My Favorite? I don't have like an all-time favorite. Right now I love Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. What kind of car do you have? I have a black Volkswagen Jetta from 2008. What are your favorite exercises to do? I love working out my arms. I hate doing abs and I hate doing legs. I don't know why, they're just torturous for me, but I love doing arms. Who is your favorite Shaytard? I love them all, but I love Suntard and I love Mommy Tard. I think they're so sweet and genuine and cute, and I think that Rocktard's like the cutest baby I've ever seen. But I love them all. A lip plumper that works. I always feel like the Victoria's Secret lip plumper works, or Lip Venom. Those are the ones that I use since I kind of have small lips, and they work for me. But in general, I don't know, if there's ever a lip plumper that definitely works. So I've just had good luck with those two. I could show you some fish dishes. I will do that. My favorite lip product, I don't know. I love MAC's Tender Tones. I do love those. I love Chanel lip gloss. I think the Glossomers are great because they're the perfect stickiness where the formula lasts on your lips, and they're pigmented enough where, there's some good color going on there too. Do you have any opinion of Sigma? What brushes do you recommend? I don't have an opinion of Sigma because I haven't used them, but I think they would be great. I have used a lot of e.l.f. studio brushes, and I love the e.l.f. brushes. I think they're really great. I think Sonia Kashuk has really great brushes from Target, and I think that Essence Beauty from CVS and like Rite Aid have really great brushes. So I don't think you need to splurge and buy all these MAC or Sephora brushes. I think that, these drugstore level ones are just as good and, really are great. So I would probably, recommend the e.l.f. brushes. I do have a video on that as well. So, but for higher end brushes, I do like MAC. I have a lot of MAC brushes, and I like Chanel brushes and Trish McEvoy. So anything. When you get to the higher end, I do feel like for the most part, all of the brands are great. What's your ethnicity? I am Caucasian. So, makeup skincare tips for rosacea. I just need to make a rosacea video, I'm pretty sure. But I used Bare Minerals Matte for quite some time, and that really helped calm things down, along with MAC's Concealer Studio Finish, I believe. And that always really helped me. A matte bronzer, anything matte, because anything that has like shimmer in it has bismuth oxychloride, and that is a huge reactor for people with rosacea. So that's going to include anything from Bare Minerals besides the matte formulations. So it just has to be matte because, like I said, bismuth oxychloride is the shimmering component that makes products have that like shine or glow. So if you have something that's matte, it should be okay. So matte bronzers, matte blushes, and matte mineral makeup. What are your 5 favorite sneakers trainers? I don't have them around me, so I'm going to have to do a video on that, but I do have some 5 favorites, so I will do this video, I swear. Tell us your pageant experience over the years for girls who want to do the same. I hate to end it on this, but I am going to make a pageant video, so I do want to save that for the video. I'll say that I think it's a great experience. I've had so much fun doing it, and hopefully these girls who want to do the same will watch my video when I do make one about my pageant experience. So thank you so much for all of these questions. This was so much fun, and officially is the longest video I've ever made, ever. But it was awesome, and I hope you all are doing well and are having a great holiday. And I love you all. Thank you for your support and your kindness. I think I have the sweetest subscribers of all because I get the nicest comments and you guys are so sweet. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.